Today is Equality South Dakota's fourth ever legislative day, which is an opportunity for our membership and our community to learn about what they can do politically. The mission of Equality South Dakota is to protect LGBT individuals, citizens in South Dakota and members of their families. Equality South Dakota is the only statewide organization dedicated to this cause. We have individuals from Sioux Falls and from Rapid City. There were two vans. Those are people that are affiliates of our organization, board members and so on. And we also have people from some nonprofits around the state, including Peace and Justice, the Center for Equality in Sioux Falls, and the Black Hills Center for Equality. Dakota's a big state, so any way we can bring people together, it really helps. We mentioned several reasons to get together. One is education, what's going on, that kind of thing. The second thing was to get politically organized. And the third thing is an opportunity to interact with our state government, especially with our legislators. Without PFund's funding, I don't know if we could have had this meeting. PFund provided money for transportation. They provided money to help us with the legislative reception. To bring these people together, and that's really important that we get together and see each other and see our legislators and make this happen. The marriage lawsuits that are happening, including the one in South Dakota, has brought new light to the issue and new energy, and it's very important to be on top of that.
I'm Danny Alvear. Everybody calls me Danny for short.
But it's very important to remember that these marriage lawsuits, a lot of people see it as it's basically going to happen by federal law and it'll be over with. But for us, that's the starting gun to get other things done.
We are the lead plaintiffs in Rosenbrand versus South Dakota. Marriage is not the answer. Marriage is not the end, especially in a state like South Dakota, where you can lose your housing, you can lose your job for being gay. We don't have any equal protection.
There's a big danger of us becoming complacent. The model legislation we see promoted in state houses around the country, we need to be ready to fight that fight.
What 1161 would do is prohibit the South Dakota Athletics Council from passing any regulations that would allow transgender students to participate in sports that conform to their gender identity. Really a bad law because it's based on a terribly flawed misconception about what transgender people are. I feel really passionate about trying to create change to make things better in our state.
Storytelling is the most important component of all of it. The folks that are with us get it, and they get that we're all more alike than dissimilar. But I think that the people that need a little help need some ways to find themselves in us and us in them.
Tonight, Equality South Dakota is hosting a legislative reception. We entice them with free food so they can learn and come and meet the LGBT community and the allies.
Having the chance for somebody to go and take a meet and actually talk to somebody who's LGBT, just even for a few minutes, can have a tremendous impact on changing that person's opinion.
I come to these things, I expect to be lobbied. I'm a Republican because I think it represents me most of my values, but doesn't tell me where I should be and where I shouldn't be at any particular time. I have a responsibility to listen to what they have to say and to take their points of view into consideration.
We found a connection right away with education. And so we talked about education first and a little bit about the school that I teach in. She asked me questions that she wanted to know about and how life in South Dakota affected me as a gay man. And she shared with me that there were many others in the legislation that had family members or friends that are also gay and maybe have stories that they're unwilling to tell. And that impressed me. That's a change in what I know about South Dakota.
We asked PFund to help us out today. These legislators know that we're meeting, they know we're here, they know we're talking to the Secretary of State, we're involved in the political process, they know we're tracking legislation. It's important for us to be involved and be present as the LGBT community and allies, and that's Equality South Dakota's role here.
We love PFund. Absolutely love PFund. PFund allows us to take $1 they give us and we try and make it go to 5. Small groups like Equality South Dakota, like Black Hills Center for Equality, we're small in number. We don't have a population like someone might in Minneapolis. And so the money we get from PFund, we get to make things change in a state that's hard to get it to move. So the support from PFund is just so incredible.